Hello everybody, my name is Tucker and welcome back to our Russian Fishing for Spin Fishing series. Today we're back out on Kuori. I've got just about a day left on the boat, so figured it would be a perfect time and got a decent fish on here. It's actually pull and drag on the HSV in a pretty high friction brake setting. So if my voice sounds a little bit weird, I did just wake up from a bit of a nap with the weather being weird. We've been going through highs like yesterday that were almost room temperature, and there's a possibility of snow tonight. I've not been feeling 100%, so I went and laid down, took a nap for a little bit, and just got done shoving a chicken sandwich in my mouth. So if I sound a little gravelly or a little less awake than normal, that would be why. On the rods today, I've got the typical Dodger crank on rod 1 here, and over on rod 2 I've got the blue Hunter 1. I can't remember the actual number, we'll look it up here in a second. It is a little bit late, it's about 9:15 my time, so maybe a shorter episode, we'll see. Lay down for what I thought was going to be a half hour or so, and I've been sleeping too well anyway, so I was a little exhausted, and it turned out to be an hour and a half, 2-hour nap. Feel a lot better though. It's also Thursday night, and usually I like to watch something on, I'll call it television. You usually like to watch a broadcast that's going on right now, but gotta at least get this episode done. I may start the experiment of doing just one episode today. Let's see how that goes for a week or so. We'll see. Do a spin fishing episode today, a float fishing episode tomorrow. I'm leaning towards that just because with me being as tired as I am, I think that makes more sense. I may not be super entertaining tomorrow, or may not be super entertaining for the next episode if I don't do it, if I try and record it after 10 p.m. episode. So not that I honestly try and be super entertaining anyway, but if I'm not awake enough, it may not make sense to even float fish. This is going to be a good fish, though. I am trying to chase it a little bit while still keeping tension over on rod 2, because there's obviously a fish on rod 2 as well. Ooh. Don't like it dropping tension like that. Makes me think this could be a char species. Either Arctic or Kuori. And if it is, I'm going to be very happy. I might have a beat now. It is a big Kuori Char. $9 kilo Kuori Char, 21,000 XP. Nice fish. Almost 9.5 kilo. That'll be worth a little bit of silver. Today's going to be a good day. Already happy with the day. That's probably, that might even be a 3-digit fish. We'll see. I think it's in the 80s or 90s. That one fish. I was a little bit worried, honestly, getting started because I started at the dock here and that fish didn't bite until right in here. So it was a pretty late bite. Usually I've already got a fish on by then. Kind of glad it was a late bite because that gave me time to finish dinner. But it is what it is there. No, not a fish. Yeah, I'm still not 100% spinning my head around as spinning my head in real life a little bit. I had vertigo as a kid, which meant I was dizzy all the time. And when things get stopped up like they were today, it comes back occasionally. And I think it's a little bit here today. Come on, fish. All right. This lure is not doing anything useful. Go ahead and put a spinner on one of these rods. All right. That rod looked like it was bent over a lot more than it evidently was. Small perch. That might have been why it was a little framey. I don't know if it was coming through on the video, but it was kind of framey to me. And I just went and looked, and I had a Chrome tab with probably 40 different tabs, or Chrome window with 40 different tabs open. Small Vindy. I don't know when I muted. Just looked up and I was muted there for a couple minutes. It's been an okay quality day. No matter what, it's going to be an okay quality day with that 9.5 kilo Kuori char. But quantity wise, it's been very slow. We're 16 minutes in. We only have 9 fish. That might pick up a little bit now that I put a spinner over on rod 2, but we'll see. And with me not feeling 100%, I don't want to have to deal with tossing out my small rod and potentially having to do a bunch of spins around a fish to catch it. Well, it looked like a small laker. It was at least a marker. $1.7 kilo pike. Another okay fish here by the feel of it. Did pull at least a little drag on 20. Almost 3K Laker. Good news is, even after taking an hour and a half, 2-hour nap, I'm ready to go take another nap, which has not been the case this week. That's a nice pike. 1.5 kilo pike. Actually thought that pike was going to be bigger than it was. smaller fish here. Little perch. One of those almost not even worth talking about perches. I'm off course this time. Small Arctic. 412 gram. Looks like a Vendus. Was a Vendus, not a good one though. Yep, I've definitely decided I am not going to do a float fishing episode tonight. I think I am going to start that experiment of doing a one episode a day during work week days. So that means Saturday, the 4th, there will not be a spin fishing episode go up. Then Sunday there'll be 2, a spin and a float. Monday there'll be a spin and a float, and then there'll be a spin on Tuesday, float Wednesday, spin Thursday, float Friday, spin Saturday. Do that for at least a week, just see if it makes any difference in how videos are received and all of that. Feel free to comment below. Feel free to tell me it's not a smart idea. I'm okay with that. But I think I'm going to at least give it a try. I know I don't necessarily have 2 hours a day to watch someone else's videos, so 1 hour a day would almost even be pushing it. So if you think about it, for me, working an 8 to 5 job, and then take care of the dog usually after that for an hour, so that's 10 hours. Then recording videos, there's 12 hours, 13 hours. Not a lot of time to do much else. Plus, I've got just another hobby that I do something for that takes a half an hour a day as well. So there's easily 14, 15 hours a day. Out of my life doing work or this, so I think that's gonna make sense for at least during the week. We'll see if I feel like I've got time to record 2 episodes, or if I don't have other stuff to do, I may do 2 episodes, a surprise episode, but that's gonna be the plan for a little bit. Unfortunately, with there being 5 days a week like that, I can't say spin's always going to be on a Monday, unless that makes more sense to only record certain series more often. I don't know. I got to think that through, but at least right now, next week, I'm going to just alternate days during the week, during the work week. Which, like I kind of mentioned earlier, that means really Thursday through Saturday there'll be 1 episode, or Thursday through Saturday. This is why Tucker shouldn't record late. Tuesday through Saturday there will only be 1 episode go live, because I record the day before. I've thought about recording additional episodes on the weekends, but fish move, and I'm not sure that really makes sense. I think part of the fun of these videos is getting them out quickly so that folks can try the same thing I do before the fish move on. I will aim to release everything at midnight Central, 1 a.m. Eastern, instead of what I was doing with Float, going live at 8 a.m. I think that makes sense. That's a nice... That was not what I thought it was. I thought that was a Vendus. But it was a tiny 7. I'm a bit surprised how quiet Rod 1 has been. Usually that Dodger Crank's got more fish than it has been. Tiny-eyed. Nice Vendus, 146 grams. Small Arctic. I think I'm probably going to head on into shore. Only have about 3 hours left on the boat. So, be a little bit of a shorter episode, but I think it's still going to be a good episode with that large Kuori char we caught. Small perch. Yeah. Let's go ahead and just head on in. So about 35 minutes of fishing. We got 26 fish. Not the biggest score, but decent score nonetheless. I'm almost, I would be surprised if we're not over 100 silver. We're probably closer to 150. At least that's my guess. I honestly think that Kuori char is over 100 silver by itself. Didn't get a big eyed. Didn't get 8 big perch. Excuse me. Hiccup. Didn't get 8 big perch. Like I say, probably around 150 silver. Only 102. Ouch. That's a bit surprising. 76 for the Kuori char. So, still 106 silver in 35 minutes is not too bad. So, hope you all enjoyed. We'll be back again on Sunday. Having to change up my intro a little bit. Again, taking tomorrow off from spin fishing, and we'll do that back and forth for a week. But hope you all enjoyed. We'll be back on Sunday, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye now.